Hey everyone, this is Sabrina. Welcome back to my channel. I have a December favorites to share with you and put together for my reading journal. This might be my last favorites. I have two other books. One's a graphic novel and one is a regular book that I want to document. But I might just save that process video and then just go right into sharing the full walkthrough because I cannot wait. I cannot wait to share this whole journal with you. I'm so excited. So the book I'm putting together right now is Mixed Signals. It's the third book in this Lovelight Farms series. And BK Borison put together some amazing reels with I don't know what kind of images, stock images, I guess, of the different characters, and I loved that. And I've done this looking for kind of stock images, free images before in this journal. I think it was, I can't recall off the top of my head what book it was, but I wanted to do it again for this book because I just loved this sweet book and I loved the reels and TikToks that the author made. So I went to a website called Unsplash where they have the free images, and I found a ton that I felt related to the book. And I got cupcakes and a bakery and a box of cookies, a couple in the sun, a couple in the grass, and then a couple in the rain. And I had to cut one of the bakery photos off, but that's okay. But I absolutely love this little border of photos at the bottom. It just makes me ridiculously happy. And it was exactly what I was going for. I also printed some of Ashley Horton's February florals on vellum and a word that says love on vellum. So I'm going to use that along with some Happy Planner stickers of cupcakes and strawberries, because on top of all of these photos, I'm going to add a border of cupcakes, strawberries, and flowers. I'm just gonna have a lot of fun adding all kinds of goodies to the top of this image. So creating almost a border with all these different pieces that I have, and I'm loving the result. So I take the cupcakes and I place them down and I tilt some of them, I cut some of them in half, I hide some of them down into the photo, and I also grab some of the strawberries as well and add those because the strawberries are on the actual cover of the book, which I really loved. And that is, of course, how I base most of my reading journal spreads, is just kind of coordinating with the cover. Trying to figure out where I wanted the love. It's going to overlap a little bit onto the book cover, but that's totally okay. And I have those beautiful vellum flowers that I'm going to cut in half and then place in different spots. I love that trick of just cutting a flower in half and then tucking it in somewhere, because then you get two pieces instead of one. I am figuring out where I want my flowers to go because I always like to make three distinct points, clusters. So I will have, of course, the border down at the bottom, and then I'm going to make another one over on the right. As you can see, I have placed a vellum flower there, and then I have the cluster above the love. I grabbed an Ali Edwards stamp set called Bloom. It's from the Bloom Story Kit, and I'm going to stamp a few yellow and orange flowers. I stamped a set of yellow flowers that I really didn't like, so that's why I didn't show you those. And then I stamp a few food phrases, them so good, my heart is full, and let's eat. I wind up not using the let's eat, but I do use the so good, and my heart is full, which is from a different stamp set. They're very old stamps from Everyday Explorers, so I probably will not be able to link them. But I am cutting out these pieces, and then once I've got them all cut out, I can go ahead and add them to my project. But like I said, I did not like that yellow flower. I just felt like it was, I guess the word is empty. It didn't have the pop of color that I wanted, so that way I could add some more yellow to my spread. So I have the orange flowers, and I really like that, and I just am really enjoying mixing a different types of materials to put together this spread. So the vellum flowers, the paper stamped flowers, the stickers, it's just all coming together really, really cool. And it's just fun and different to do a design like this. And on a different topic, what are you guys reading? I'd love to know in the comment section, what are you reading right now? I am reading another Penny Reid book. She's one of my favorite authors. I'm reading Folk FOLK around and find out. It's number 2 in the series. So I'm reading that right now. It's a steamy romance and I'm really enjoying it. And then the next book I'm going to read is Mad Honey for the Read Around the USA challenge. So I'm excited to read that, especially since I waited so long to get Mad Honey. So go ahead and leave a comment and just let me know what you're reading. I'd love to know. As you can see, I've stamped the more solid yellow flowers and I'm able to tuck those in. I had to peel up the cupcake and strawberry right there because I wanted those to go on top instead of underneath the flower. And I just added some more adhesive. And like I mentioned earlier, the website I used is Unsplash. So basically you can search anything you want and it's free images and you can just save them. Save them and use them how you want. And I love it. I love it. And I've used it many, many times over the years to get free images. I've extended the border up towards the left because I really wanted to have that extra yellow flower. My last little touch is going to be to again kind of replicate the cover in adding some leaves or vines, whatever you want to call it, flowers, petals, I don't know. What are we going to call them? But it's the greenery that I really wanted to add. But first, I'm kind of figuring out where I want these different phrases. But the let's eat is not going to work. It's just too big, and I feel like it's just going to take away from the large cluster up at the top with the book cover. Okay, so this is where I am adding in the greenery, and I have that beautiful Distress Oxide ink that I'm obsessed with, which is Sage. And I'm just adding the leaves in different spots, and then I can get started on my thoughts and my quotes, because there's a lot of quotes that I had from this book, as always. All of these books in the Lovelight Farms are just so special, and I just love visiting this farm every time. So I want more books. I added in a little pop of red with the inside of the flowers being red to kind of bring out the red from the book cover. Okay, so my thoughts. Like I said, this is the 3rd book in the series, and we're getting Layla's story, who runs the bakery. And right now she's really sick and tired of men. They're just really awful to her, and they're just bad. And what happens is Caleb winds up saving her from a bad date and giving her a ride home. And he proposes that they try 1 month of no strings dating. And then Layla can give him, rate his dating skills. And Caleb can show Layla how there is still good men out there. And what comes next, of course, is the hilarious and romantic dates, all planned out by Caleb and Layla, of course, loving them all. There's also so much chemistry between these two, and Caleb is kind of a shy, sweet guy, which is, different and refreshing because I feel like I see more alpha males in books. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I just love Caleb and, how he needed to kind of work on his confidence and how he's just a really thoughtful guy, and the way that he treated Layla helped her to have the confidence she needed to take her bakery to the next level. And I can just totally relate to her big-heartedness, and I just loved the story of these two. They're just so sweet and full of sunshine, and I just love this book. Okay, the first quote is, maybe the reason why you haven't figured out how to fit your pieces with someone else is because you haven't found the right puzzle. That is so good, and so romantic. Oh, this book, it's just special. And then I'm going to pick another quote over on the left-hand side. I see this a lot in romance books about forearms, and I'm a forearm girl. If you know, you know. So the quote is, his forearms flex, and I resist the urge to drag both my palms down the sides of my face. What is it about forearms? I just love that quote, and it is a topic I see in romance books a lot. So I don't know. You can comment and let me know your thoughts on that, but I've seen it several times in romance books. All right, last quote is, I know I could be too much, but I think it's just enough for you. And I just love that quote as well. So special. Like I keep saying, it's just so special. I love this book. I'm going to highlight some words, and then that is it for this book review. I picked a pale pink, and I'm just highlighting a few phrases, trying to remind myself, don't highlight everything because I don't need to do that. But I am finished with this, and I hope you guys have enjoyed another reading journal process video. Next up is going to be a walkthrough. I have a few challenges to update, and then I will do the walkthrough with you guys. But I hope you enjoyed, and I would love a thumbs up or a subscribe if you're new to my channel. All right, I hope you have a great day. Bye.